chart. Overnight inventory maybe started to get a little bit long above Friday's high, which is also last week's high. We seem to be trying to kind of come back into or even out inventory, which I believe is pretty much true. The market has opened. It looking like the market has left the opening range at the dead ass low of the day. The low of the opening range, 74.23, the current low from this bar right here. 74.23. If we keep that as the low, we can reject value, we can reject range, we can reject the value last week's high and maybe see this market continue to the upside. Be cautious, look for good levels. Think about risk first if you're looking for longs in this market, because when we look at this 30-minute chart, we've come a long way in a short period of time. Most of the weaknesses in structure are below price. It doesn't mean that price can't continue to move higher, and those weaknesses in structure down below may become important when they become important. We've got naked points of control. We've got gaps. We got more naked points of control. We've got all kinds of things down below for traders to focus on. But if the buyers continue to barrel into this market, there's nothing that says we don't know how far this thing can go. So far, the upside auction has been performing very well according to the amount of open interest we've been adding on a daily basis at higher and higher prices. Gold. The heck happened to gold this morning? All of a sudden it opened up and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart. Well, we've got pretty tight weekly kickoff levels on gold too. I mean, it's, we're less than $100 as far as weekly kickoff low, which is 2608 and 2672 is weekly kickoff high. We're very kind of back to range bound trade here. And the market really kind of looked to the upside, failed above that level on Friday. What does the market do in balance? It rotates. It goes from low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. It's doing what it should be doing, apparently. We added 3,700 in open interest on the push off of that high on Friday. Take a look at the 30-minute chart. Lolly. So lots of, again, weaknesses in structure below price. They're going to be important when they become important. We have overnight inventory that started the day flat. The market opened, left the opening range at the dead-ass high. Sellers have been in control since the very beginning. What have they done? Well, our sellers have closed this gap. They've tested to this point of control. They've tested to this naked point of control. Another naked point of control lower if price decides to continue in that direction. Right now, we opened in range and value. We're rejecting range and value. It's going to be kind of a tough trade, I think, to find good trade location in gold today. Try and stay patient. The profile yesterday, Friday, I should say, was a very toothy, kind of uneasy profile with a very weak low here. I was going to be pointing that out before the market broke down below that, but unfortunately, time did not work on my side. That happened before we had the opportunity to participate in that. But again, be careful, watch to see if we use any of these visual levels, this gap, points of control, for potential resistance areas. If they do not hold, perhaps they become potential support levels. And that's really what we're kind of looking at in these markets. I hope that context is going to help everybody. And please remember, take a deep breath before you start trading. And always remember to remain humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading. Always pray for peace. Let's have a great session. It's the beginning of a new year. Let's have a great year.
Thank you, Dr. Hoagland. All right, folks, we're just a couple of minutes away from the opening bell. Stick around. We got fast markets coming up. A couple of all-stars in the house. We've got Coach Dakota, number 2 on the big board, number 1 in your heart. He's coming off last Monday. He made about 12 grand trading in his live funded account. That was last Monday. Kind of petered off a little bit after that, but Monday seems to be Dakota's big day. Let's see what he has in store for us. And then our good friend from Nashville, Mr. Tim B, is here, trading spending time across a couple of XFA accounts. So we're going to talk to Tim about what's happened with his recent trading and take it from there. All right, Hoag. As Eddie would say, I will meet you at the kegerator, and See you for the bell.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding in 90 seconds.
I can't. I'm
I know, me
dry.
either. That's why I joked about it. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break. We're coming back with Fast Markets. Oh, it's the triumphant return of MP, too. I can't wait to hear what he's been doing the last couple of days. Whenever he takes a few days off, he comes in with some huge announcements. I'm not saying there's going to be one today, but if anything happened, he's going to start talking about it. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Topstep TV. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to Topstep TV. This is Fast Markets. We got Tim B in the house. Ooh, we got the Scars in the gate. We got Dakota in the house. MP making a triumphant return to Topstep TV. And we are open. Oh, I consider this the first real trading day of 2025. So without further ado, Mr. Michael Patak, Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year to you, Andre. We'll get into the 15 years that you've been at Topstep because you said you won. We'll talk about all that later. But I saw that yesterday.
Yes. 15
welcome
years.
Back.
Yes. Welcome back, man. We are open. We got Dakota in the house. Dakota's got the bull behind him. Dakota, what are we looking at for on this open?
I mean, I there was a 100-point sell-off, right? Like 10 minutes ago or something, because we're right back up near the highs.
Yeah, right to weekly kickoff high was where that sell-off went to. 21,650's weekly kickoff high, bounced right off it.
Yeah, I think this, Hogue, is an amazing, another example this past year of these sell-offs that cause all this fear to be amazing buying the dip opportunities. And I think this last one was just another example. We sold off down to 21,000 and overnight we're up, to almost 300 points and we're continuing to push through. And
we saw a pretty decent bounce off that. S&P's left the opening range at the low of the day so far. NASDAQ is still inside of that first 1 minute opening range.
Yeah, we're up, 1 1/4 almost?
Yep.
Man, I was completely clocked out
right now.
So out of touch with the markets I've been responding to, doing everything that has to do with all that. When you come back from a holiday, this is what I've learned in my trading. When you come back from a holiday, it's called Trading 101. You sit there and you just be extremely patient. You start digesting everything, how the markets are behaving and moving. You haven't, like right now, I wouldn't know. Like right now, it's what it just did. But like going back, how did it go for the last week? Oh, it kind of did these 20-point rallies and then it just sell off. You start to get, when you're out of tune, highly advise you, in my shared experience here, of taking it nice and easy out of the gate when you come back from a holiday.
Agreed. It's a weird feeling.
Got a winner, baby.
Let's try to get back in.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, Tim? Tim, go ahead. Tim, you're very systematic in your approach. What are you seeing here?
So my system, that one of the systems I trade, just gets me long if there is a overnight high break, which just happened. So even though it's fully extended and it's one of those moments where I'm like, I could definitely see it. We're so extended from the overnight, I could see it pulling back hard here. But sometimes the market just keeps ripping. So, but in my back tests, I've seen that this strategy works with the way that I do it. So I'm long from the overnight high break here. And I've got 2 targets left. And just waiting. Got target 1 and just waiting for the other 2 to hit now. So
Nice.
by the way, is this the interview for Hindsight Capital? Am I in the right place?
Oh yeah, you're in the right place.
Always.
Okay,
always.
cool.
Got one of them. Nice
This is
trade.
the interview
There you go.
process.
You're hired. Let's just put it that way. You're hired.
Perfect.
Oh, there's a lot
Love
of applicants in 2024.
Can't wait to
so
get started.
how you made it to the top of the stack is very impressive.
Yes. All right, guys. You're starting to see some more buyers here in the NASDAQ. New highs just put in 21,784s. Mine, oh my. We see 22,000s by end of week. Let's find out. Looking at the ES 60-40. Dakota says Dakota's got the bull behind him. That means he's looking to buy some dips. We are just
End of week, end of day, maybe.
end of day. Could we hit 22,000? Why
Opening
not?
ranges are the dead ass low.
Hogue, what does that tell you?
So far, buyers are in control. We had that pullback right before the open, right to weekly kickoff highs. Buyers have just taken control from the open as long as we hold those 1 minute opening ranges lows. 21,723 is the opening range low in the NASDAQ. In the S&P, the 6,028 in the orders. As long as we hold above those, we're looking pretty good.
All right, well, take a look at Tilt really quick. 75% long the NASDAQ right now. 75. Am I saying that right? One Tilt's telling me 75%. Yeah, 75% long the NASDAQ.
You see this new little feature on Topstep X? I just noticed it.
Tab?
On the tab.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Like,
your touch. I thought that was an MP special right there.
That was not an MP
yeah.
special. No, that
Oh,
was
man.
that was some other brilliant mind out there.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, I like that.
Where it shows the
That was
product.
really cool. I got
price,
tabs up
and
on like NASDAQ.
You got the
it's
quote.
cool.
Yeah, you got the
Yep,
quote on
quoted.
the tab up there. I figured that was you. 78% long the NASDAQ right now on the Tilt. Average
Yeah, I'm
price.
looking at
and
this area to be
I am
some
out, by the
resistance.
way.
Oh, okay.
Took my little 25
Done.
point trade.
Nice
That's
trade.
good.
Nice trade. I think this little zone can show some resistance. We're starting to see consolidation here. It's not a resistance that I would short, but yeah, that nice rally from December 20th. Like this is kind of where it ended. So I'm curious to see if this plays as resistance again. But so far it has. This 800 level, it's a zone. Basically 770s to 810.
28 a
level's gonna
pullback
be-
off that 78% you just talked about. Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. Just like that.
It was hitting like that last week too, MP.
Was it?
It
Thousands
was-
of
yeah.
open positions right now. Thousands of open positions. Let's just say there is 1,000 open. 78% of them being long means 780 people out of 1,000 in this pool of 1,000 people all trading the exact same product, all think it's going to go higher. They're all long because they're long. That's what the tilt indicator does. I'm going to leave it with you. If you guys are able to watch tilt and all that, it is very interesting. It's very interesting. I think anybody would be like, have to put some value in knowing thousands of other people's opinions collectively put down into a percentage sentiment of if they're long or short. I think that's fairly useful in real time. Not real time, but like in real time, yes, it is useful. In my opinion.
Yeah, we've seen it become useful a few times, right? Where it gets very, very tilted in one side or the other, and it happens to be at support and resistance. And, with the power of hindsight, some great trades.
Yeah, check M8 trades, tilt the ultimate fade indicator.
Checkmate.
You got to look at it. See, there's one thing where you're looking at like, oh, majority of people say this. Is that fading them, or are you going to go with the minority of people that are saying the other thing? It's not going with the majority of people. Oh, my buddy told me to buy AMC stock. It's hot as shit. Some Hello Kitty said something about it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. All that kind of stuff. Like, you get in the cab, the last person to let you know, taxi cab, hey, you should buy this. If everybody's doing it, it's not always a good thing in the trading world. But there are times where you watch tilt and everybody get long and they will pay Z-Man his money. So the majority.
Remember the week of
I look
the
at the
Fed?
minority.
JD came in and said Bank of America reported like $7 billion of inflows to like a record high retail. And that pretty much called the tops of the stock market in 2024. When that last inflow of $7 billion came in to buy up Gulf equities, and we sold off from there. Same thinking.
When was
drivers giving you? It was the week of December 18th.
Yes, I remember that you guys. I was texting with you before I was coming in. I go B of A something about talking about how many. What was the stat?
It was like 7 billion inflows.
Came into retail, just people just here you go, dump it, put it in whatever stock. I don't care. Tommy said something about it when he talked to his cab driver. Okay.
Yep.
Fade it.
73% long on the tilt right now. NASDAQ average price of 21,755.
Yeah, Donnie Mac, sim it. Tilt this sim.
All right.
Only we will not share our live traders data with you. Sorry.
He is back. And
so while he was talking there, I actually took another little scalp from my my other system that I've got. So I took another little 25-point profit there.
Up.
So
nice.
Where are you sitting at right now?
Lots of action
for the day.
Say what?
Where are you sitting at right now, P&L wise for the day?
Plus 192.56. I'm still trading micros because I'm kind of nursing this XFA a little bit. But
I like that.
Looking at sizing up a little bit here, maybe if the P&L grows a little bit this week. So we'll see.
Tim, if there's one great advice I would give anybody in my, I don't know, I started in 1997 trading.
Wow.
No, I've only done one thing in my life. Take your time. Like, it's like, have patience. Slow and steady wins the race in trading.
1,000%.
100%. Heads up, we do have a number here in about 5 minutes. U.S. S&P services PMI at 8:45 Central in 5 minutes. In the top of the hour, we got U.S. factory orders. Top of the hour, we got core durable goods as well. We got a 3-year note at high noon Central time, but right now we got a minute number in 5 minutes. Expected 58.5. And S&P services PMI in 5 minutes. Also, you see pinned to the top of the chat. Topstep daily levels. Make sure you have those open. I know MP's got them overlaid on his charts. You get a lot of those from the Hogue, the Vince. I will be referencing them throughout the day. Again, Topstep daily levels pinned to the top of the chat. PDJ says, be cool if we could chart tilts in the chat.
Yeah, it would be cool. I'm working on that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
Overlay.
Love that idea.
Overlay.
New highs, NASDAQ.
Yeah, here we go. If we break through these 810s, I mean, I see 880s, 900s coming into play.
Okay.
We might get our 22,000 wish here, Andre.
Yes, Dakota. We are 1 or 2 good numbers away here in the next 20 minutes of getting to 22,000 in the NASDAQ. Not exactly sure what the all-time
Fires in
highs
control
are.
from the first minute.
Yes, they are. Hope who said that.
If you want to play the tilt game, they're back 75% long.
Shoot.
But be careful here. They usually shake out, and I've seen this in the past. They shake out the week longs. You're like, what's a week long? A week long is somebody who got stopped out, got back in, got stopped out, got back in, got stopped out, got back in. Now they're either busted out or they gave up and they're like, okay, I'm not going to. And then the market now taking off to the upside where they want it to go. You guys have been in that position before. Everybody has at some point or another. You're like, it finally did what I wanted it to do. You're the week long, aka week long, getting in early. We're impatient enough to find better trade entries, too tight to stop, whatever it was.
Yep.
Spot on.
Sometimes they get paid too, like we're seeing right now.
Sometimes they get paid. Yep.
Mr. Dakota, some nice trading last week. 12 G's.
I know, I'm hearing that, Dakota.
Nice trade.
Dakota, I'm thinking about over the holiday. Like you're one of the best traders Topstep's seen. I was like, maybe I should get like stats around Dakota and said if anybody could beat these stats and all that kind of stuff. That's like the new live trader. We're looking at new live funded trader milestones. When you're coming up there, we're talking about how we can pro ball you. I mean, you're already at pro ball. Like, so you got other guys in the league, so to speak, like you that put up a great 2024 year. So like, I want to start to build that. It's our prop firm. So we're wanting to work with our traders a certain way, but we also want to make fun and have them have a driver You can have your own driver, of course, the P&L you put up, but a milestone bonus kicker would be kind of cool.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, new highs.
Yeah,
NASDAQ.
Kickers.
on that would be nice. I know a lot of
Like pro
traders in
sports.
the Twix or the Twitterverse would love that.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of, yesterday they kept quoting it all day long. So and so, just that sack right there, just earned him $300,000 for his for his contract extension.
Oh yeah.
For the minute that happened, I'm ideating. I'm like, this would be way cool because I know we're already talking about milestones, but I know they build them into NFL players' contracts, and then a lot of people have already hit them or have a regular season. If I do this by the regular season, you're going to pay me $1 million more. Who got the $2 million? Somebody got $2 million yesterday.
Receiver for the Bucks, Evans got $2 million.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
Yeah, Evans. Like, damn, that's a nice chunk of change right there.
They say his was like $3 million or something.
Yeah.
Driving home with a chin, and they got a W, right?
And they got a W. It's a good Sunday. What a good Sunday.
Yeah, that was a good day for them.
We got a number in 40 seconds here. Also, see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, hashtag Fast Markets. You can use the hashtag Fast Markets or hashtag Power Hour. Hit us up at Topstep TV. Send your cool trader station setups. I love seeing you guys setups, what your screens are working with. Cool swag, memes, analytics, trader wins, anything you got. Hashtag Power Hour, hashtag Fast Markets at Topstep TV. All right, number in 15 seconds. Again, it's U.S. We got PMI. Yes. PMI, and then in 15 minutes.
Emery calling out a short at 21,820. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a nice trade.
Ooh, and
beep, 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 beep,
Wow.
beep, 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 beep. Waiting for the numbers.
There's a
you got the number
right there.
What
was that, Tim?
There's a pivot level I've got a pivot level at 21,822.75 on NASDAQ.
Slacking these numbers.
All right. U.S. S&P Services PMI final was expected to come out at 58.5, came out 56.8. Composite final a little bit lower than the past. The previous was 56.6, came out 55.4. Next number is 9 o'clock. U.S. factory orders, durable goods revisions.
Okay, brought some more
casual 60 points down, 60 points up.
Dude, the NASDAQ
No big
just
deal.
ferocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it pre-market too, right? 100 points down, 100 points up. What a market.
Speaking
what
of
a time to be
pre-market, when I
alive.
saw the big run up in the overnight, I was like, oh man, I hope Dakota's got a runner on.
Oh, I wish I was waiting for a little bit more of a pullback, but I guess that's one of the things you wait for better pricing. You miss out on the run. But here we go. We're blowing through that resistance area. 880s. I have 880s,
80 upside.
upper 870s. This next zone coming into play. Let's see if we can get there. I don't have any resistance between here and 880s.
880s.
The next naked point of control visual target is 22,002.
22,002 for good measure. I like it. Hey, don't look now, but crude still seeing more buying. $74.75 for a barrel of the black gold. Looking at actual yellow gold / trade there is 26.36. Take a look at the Dow. Dow seeing some buying as well. Not as much as the NASDAQ or the S&Ps. Dow is seeing a little bit of buying. 43,200 last trade there. 74% long on the tilt in the NASDAQ. Buyers have been trying to gobble this thing up to the upside all morning so far.
We could break out again. I have no trade set up. I mean, you look at the hourly chart, and it's been how many hours? Just pure green bars.
NVIDIA opening with an opening gap. It's up about 3.5% right now.
Wow. Yeah, 11 straight hours of just green. It looked like there was going to be some type of a sell-off, but nope. It just another green one.
High in gold, $74.82. Or, I'm sorry, in the oil, crude oil, $74.82. Now, these guys are trading up the NASDAQ, the S&Ps. Tim, you do Russell, don't you? You trade a little bit of Russell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah.
do.
There's our Russell trader. Okay, I remember that. Yeah. Give some love to the Rusty.
Yeah, I'm actually with the Russell. I'm actually looking at. I've got a intraday pivot level at 2308.5, and then I've got like a major, well, not a major, but a regular pivot level at 2312.1. So if it gets up there, I might be looking to take a short around that area.
Cool. Anne Marie in the chat says 6051, a big, I say big in all caps, big line in the ES 6051. Last trade in the ES 6045. Look at the tilt.
Yeah, it actually just hit I've got a pivot on the ES there at 6051.5. So that could make a lot of sense if it bounces there or bounces off of that.
Okay, got another
Also,
number
a
here.
previous session gap low at 60.55 half. The gap closes at 60.63 and a quarter in the S&Ps.
Number in 11 minutes. Another number in 11 minutes. Then we're pretty much smooth sailing until high noon Central Time. We got 3-year auction. Typically, it doesn't affect the equities unless something does come in out of whack.
Early Delta for you, Andre.
Yeah.
Delta's congruent with direction. 5,500 positive in the S&Ps, 1,100 positive in the NASDAQ.
Buyers. Kind of goes in line with what the tilt's been showing us as well. Everyone's trying to buy it. Grew with market direction. Dakota's got the bull behind them, so you know the bulls are on parade.
Still no
today.
trades for me. No trades for me. A breakout trade here on the NASDAQ to the upside looks tempting. We're at the 30. We're at 830. And here we go.
Here we go. Hoag's got the keys to the house account, new highs.
850s. Yeah.
We are.
It's hard to buy it, though. It's so hard to buy it up here. I was looking for us to break through this 830. You know, okay, there's a decent breakout trade for 20 points. And targeting 850. This market's very strong. It's hard to buy or sell up here anyway. I don't want to sell.
It's just so extended from the overnight. Like that's always what makes me nervous on that first opening trade I took when it breaks the overnight. Like sometimes it'll do this and just keep going after the open, but sometimes it'll be extended in the overnight and then hit that overnight high and just bounce right off of it and come slamming back down. So
correct. Yeah.
When things get so extended like this, it's tough to go long.
Yes, it is.
Well, like on the hourly chart, it's just 11 straight hours in a row, just straight up.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
All green.
Like that's usually a time when it's like you want to be really cautious about buying at that point before some kind of pullback. So,
and still, you don't want to sell a directional market.
Uh-huh.
I know it's so tempting, Hogue. It really is.
It always is. The harder trade to take is to look for the long.
It is, and that's usually the right trade.
Wit in
we'll
the
see.
chat.
We have news in 9 minutes, right?
Yep, number 9 minutes. Wit in the chat says, "At Michael Patak, good to see you back." Speaks for all of us. Michael, welcome back. Refreshed, rejuvenated. Got some days in on the mountain.
I got some days in on the mountain. Good to be back. Thanks, Wit.
Very important. Very important.
I talk to my therapist every day. Try to.
You live. Yes, the mountain's very.
My therapist is called Big Burn Lift, Village Express.
Oh, yeah.
I hear that's a great therapist, man. I hear that therapist.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they really know what they're talking about.
Well, if you're not thinking about what's in front of you.
After yesterday's football game, I might have to go see that therapist myself.
We'll talk about that later. I do believe.
I wouldn't mind going to see that therapist at some point this winter.
Agree.
I'd love to go talk to that therapist.
You should definitely come out here. They charge the same if you and I ride together.
They do group sessions.
That makes any sense, but
they do group sessions.
Yeah. It becomes a group rate at that point.
Yeah, it does.
There's a great because there you go. Thank you.
Number in 8 minutes. Hoag's got the number there. Still seeing this tilt. Keep an eye on the tilt all morning. Seeing heavy tilts. It paired off a little bit. Gold, though, seeing 77% long. Crude seeing 74% long. Everyone's been very bullish this morning. I'll turn it around.
Still watching, waiting. As soon as that news comes out, then things start to settle down. There might be some good opportunities after the fact. But yeah, buy the pullback right now. Here we are, right back into those 840s.
Right there.
I still can't even just see any reason to buy it either. Like that's just hard, even on a smaller zoomed in chart like 100 tick. I'm not seeing any decent reason. But here we go into the 40s.
Boy, we might see 22,000 today. Oh, you know, Hope's next visual target 22,002. 002.
002.
Just a little information for you. The S&P, the NASDAQ, gold, and crude oil all left their opening ranges at one extreme or the other. Crude, NASDAQ, S&P, it's the dead ass low of the day. Gold, it's the dead ass high of the day.
Oh. Short gold, long oil.
Yeah, that long oil trade the past couple weeks was one of the easiest trades that showed. I didn't take it, but I was talking about longs up to $75 a barrel for a while now.
Yes, you have been.
It's nice to see it play out. I hope
finally broke out of that 3-month range.
Yeah, I want oil to be a lot more tradable in the upcoming months, which we're starting to see it.
Regular trading popular have been very, very small ranges.
It used to be the most popular, right, Johnny? Back in like 2014,
everybody
15,
traded it
pre-COVID.
16. Yeah, but that's when it was. It was when it was trading $120 a barrel, and ranges were $5-6. Right now, we're on an average of about $1 range every day.
What was that?
Yeah, what it took out? What was the high print, Andre? You know the high print, $159,
$120. Yeah,
our friend's dad knows the high print.
Sucks. Around $120. Yeah,
not in a good way either. Not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
Let's ask Billy Bob.
I gotta watch that. Anyone got a Paramount?
It's great. It's hilarious. It's interesting. We binge watched it over the holidays.
Landman, yeah.
It's one of his best. It just fits his character so perfectly well. He's just this witty little, not little, but like this kind of asshole type of like, but at the same time as logical as I don't know, whatever. But it's a really good show. It's really entertaining.
Anyone got a Paramount account? Some credentials they could share with me.
I got you, Andre.
Yeah, thank you.
Password 123. Keep trying. Password 123. Keep trying.
Go from there.
Go from there.
We got numbered 4 minutes. Look at the NASDAQ 21,830. Look at the ES 6051. Anne Marie was talking about 6051's a big level in the ES. Dow finally caught up to ES and the NASDAQ. Just putting in new highs there. 43,000.
Go down to the NASDAQ.
A little mini pullbacks. And after that, again, smooth sailing into that. Again, this is the year of we got the VIP 10 teams getting drafted here at the end of the month. 50 players, 50 people, a team, 500 VIPs.
If we didn't have news in 3 minutes, I'd be short.
You'd be short?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be in a short if we didn't have news in 3 minutes.
Dakota, have you narrowed down some names yet to pull the...
Yes, I did. I have 4 names, and...
exciting.
There goes the market.
3-bar reversal.
Yeah. Yes, exactly what I was looking at. But yeah, narrowing it down to 4 names. I'm going to be working with the team behind the scenes to see if we can hold it up for a vote. And let everybody in here decide.
I like Godas, the Godas, and I'll just because you'll be Doug Goda, and then you'll start to name other players on your team.
I
know, but for me, I just I just don't like my name with the goat in it. I know it's a funny joke, but
I know.
the humble side of me is like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some good names with that in there that I've seen on social media, which is good. There's some other great ones out there too. I don't know.
Apples.
It's such a tough decision.
Them apples. How about them apples?
Them apples. Shit. I haven't
DLL.
spoken to Mick for a while.
Nick for a tick. How you doing, buddy? Nice trading last week. Very, very patient
Order
trading from
filled.
Nick for a tick.
Up DLL.
Profitable though. Number in 90 seconds. And after that,
Nick for tick. How's the baby life, Dad? And Jack, I doubt you're tuning in right now, but isn't he taking out? Did he have it yet? Is he taking off the whole month? Right?
Yeah, he had twins.
He had twins. Yes.
Bargain
okay.
for one, got two.
That's little tax write-offs. They came out before the first, right?
Yeah, right over the holidays. Little tax write-offs. $74.87. Here we go. It's been quite the adjustment. We're having a blast. MP having a blast.
Good to hear.
5 seconds.
500 people coming into the VIP program for free. This is complimentary. Topstep is investing in these folks because they're investing in us in a way that, like, you tune in and check and fill in the checkout thing every time we come on the VIP. How many do we have? 18 of them? 20?
I think we're 18. I think 18 down, 7 to go. 18 for 18 clubs. All right, number 15 seconds. Hogue, you got your eyes on the prize?
I got him.
Let's go. See the numbers.
Factory orders past 0.2%, looking for minus 0.4%. About to come out here in a couple of seconds.
Here we go.
Well, let's see what it looks like. We're waiting.
Click that people icon.
Not just yet.
The people icon on top.
Not really moving.
All the market news you want. Marcus waiting.
Minus 0.4% is exactly as expected. Core durable goods revised came out minus 0.2%. They were looking for a positive 0.3%. Durable goods, U.S. durable goods revised was expected to come out minus 0.4%. They came out minus 1.2%. See how these markets treat this. We still have 3 and 6 month bill auctions at 10:30, and a 3-year note auction at noon. That's it for economic information.
Sweet. Hogue's got the house account locked and loaded. Now Dakota.
I'm not seeing anything. I mean, we still have that 3-bar reversal to the downside that can still play out. So maybe there is a small opportunity to short this, but it's difficult to short. My target for a short would be these 760s. And so far that's the only decent trade I've seen so far, and I still don't even like it.
That's fair enough. 760 downside target. Hoop in the chat says crude trying to take a run at $75. Yes, it is. High of the day in crude $74.96. Dakota's been targeting $75 to the upside. We're almost there.
Andre,
already.
Delta in the NASDAQ now negative 200.
Well, that's okay. It was all right. So short sellers are coming in.
And if they can't break the market, we see what happens.
Squeeze.
Squeezy.
Squeeze the upside. This 500-person VIP league will be the precursor to TTL, Michael. Topstep Trading League.
Could it be? Would it be? Should we be? We call it the dress rehearsal for it. I know that.
I would think so.
Yeah.
We want
to do the league. We want to do the league right. It's not just like, hey, we got this like leaderboard, and we want you have to all bring it all together.
Right.
You know, what to say? Vision without execution is hallucination. So we got to execute well. Huh?
He's back, baby. He is.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I could just see all the teams in Vegas, some of the top teams in Vegas. We're all there watching. That's going to be fun.
I'm set. Like last night, I'm doing the NFL is doing their thing. I'm recording it. Like I'm Chris Johnson out of the Ohio State University. Blah, blah, like those little guys that flash in there. Yeah. How they do the whole like set up the stage beforehand. We got the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings. This hasn't happened, and all that. We have the venue down in Vegas, which is way cool. It's in the Luxor. Luxor's not way cool. I've stayed there.
Wait a minute.
Scratching by. Then I went to the Wynn a little bit later on in my life. But yeah, the venue they have there is an esports arena. So we're gonna make this so like, the Barstool's run it before, so I've seen how they do all their. So it will be the World Cup where we have our World Cup.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, we got 5,500 people watching right now, live all across the world, watching Topstep TV right now. Give us a click subscribe, give us a follow at Topstep TV. 5,500 people watching, 137,000 subscribers. Even get a push to 138,000.
I've heard that when you hit the like button on Topstep TV, that there is a 76% chance you'll have a green day.
I think
I heard that somewhere. I need to check my back test on that for 2024. Hey,
that's called. That's almost the exact same statistics as if you fade me because I have a 36% win rate.
You know what, Dakota? Talk about that really quick because people in the chat are like,
right there.
Dakota, talk about that, please. I saw people in the chat. This was like Friday. You 35% win percentage. Remember we were sharing your stats, the year-end wrap-up. We're sure everyone's got 35% win rate or something. Explain to them why you're so successful, why it's so profitable, why you're right, 4 out of 10 times, yet you're so profitable. Explain how that works.
Really just the risk reward. I mean, for every $1 I'm risking, I'm looking to make 2 or 3 on average, right? Some trades are different. Every trade is going to be different. Some might be 1-to-1, some might be 1.5-to-1. And it'll fluctuate, but I like those higher risk rewards. And with the higher risk rewards, typically I have a lower win percentage. And I'm okay. I was talking about it last night. And a lot of traders were asking me how you emotionally deal with it. And I just say, you just have to just not give an F. Like, just don't care. Like, you just need to just get to the point where you do not care what happens. It's one trade out of thousands for the year. And it's a hard point to not care. Because everyone puts so much weight on every individual trade and the money that they see flashing on their screen. But if you could find a way to just not care and follow your process, you are going to be well above everyone else. I mean, there's a reason why they say it takes money to make money, because when you already have money, you start to care less. And then you could follow the process a little more efficiently.
We always say you want to trade carefree, but not careless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's the sweet spot of trading. Like, to stay in that spot is also so effing hard to stay in that spot mentally, because you will be challenged a little bit further than your last challenge. And then do you break on that one and then go back to care? Like, my trading psychologist when I was like 22 told me you make the most money when you no longer need it. Like he was a trader. I'm like, oh, well, and then you kind of digest that, and then after you start making some consistent W's and putting money away, now you're you covered all your investment as a beginning trader. Now you're like an intermediate or a veteran. You've been here for a while. Like, you get in this little zone where you can pull out, because you're confident in all that, and you don't care as much. When you lose, it's not like it tears apart you. No. And you lose again, So yeah, I love that fact that you're in that zone with that. It's to me, I think it's the challenging spot to be in, though. Well, I mean, it's the most profitable spot to be in, though, too.
Yeah, Ben in the chat said it in a good way. Ben Johnson. The best way to not care is to take size that does not trigger emotion. Yeah, that's probably what a lot of traders here do, is they take too big of trading size or position size. Whether it's easy to be emotion if you're trading 5, 10, 15 contracts when the most you could lose in a day is like $3,000. And so I think size and position size is very much correlated with what we're talking about.
Smart. I like that sage advice. Also, we got a scouting check-in tomorrow for the VIP. Make sure to stay tuned in for that. That'll be number 19. Closing in on that number 25. But yeah, another check-in tomorrow. Tim, talk to me.
From one contract to two contract doubles your risk. How does that not affect your emotions?
Does it double your anxiety as well? Right? Tim, you've had your same XFA since July or since the summertime, if I remember correctly, right? How have you been able to maintain such consistency and be able to just keep it and not blow it out and just basically exercise the discipline needed to do something like that?
Yeah, it's a couple of things. It's knowing, it's managing your risk. So when your account starts to get drawn down, you size down to not be trading too large, and also just knowing your numbers. Like I just know, I know with my system, I know it's a profitable system, and that over time it will recover. I also know that there's drawdowns of that system, so you have to kind of plan for like normal size drawdowns that you've seen before in your back test or whatever, and then you can adjust your risk accordingly. So so I'm literally trading the minimum size I can right now with that, and I've been trading the minimum size for my system since October, which has been a little frustrating, but that's just like what Dakota always says. It's like profit or process over profits, right? So I've seen in my P&L with the system that it'll have a run up and then it'll either pull back a bit or just kind of consolidate for a while and then it'll go up again. So just kind of waiting for another good little run of P&L to be able to bump that size back up. So it's just having the discipline because there have been a couple times where I've thought to myself, you know what? I know what my numbers are. I know the odds are good of these trades. Screw it. I should just go all in, like max size, And what's funny is I think it was 2 weeks ago, or it was maybe 2 weeks before Christmas. I don't remember what day it was. It was 2 weeks, 2 days before.
Oh,
you're long?
Got up. What price?
Yep, long 827.
827. Get that right now if we want it. How many times, Dakota? 5?
5.
Ooh, we're in.
We're long. Is good.
Turn down your thing.
CYA is 88. I have the CYA 88. Straight down. I'm not liking this, Hogue. I'm flat.
No.
Man.
Nope. We tried. Minus 31 points on that one.
Order filled.
That thing dropped. 21,000.
Instantly. Yeah, it looked like we were going to break out.
Order filled. 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 Order filled.